Constructor method. A constructor is a special method that is used to initialize objects. The constructor is called when an object of a class is created. Let's create a class. We'll call it dog. Now let's instantiate this class. So this is our instantiation statement, which is composed of the class name, the object name, and here we have the constructor method for the class. So the constructor method will be a method that has the same name as its class. Okay, so where is this method defined? By default it's hidden, but it's gonna look something like this. This method will be called every time we create an instance of dog. Okay, let's say this class has a method called bark. So to call this method, we simply say brownie dot bark. So if we build and run, it's gonna execute that method. Now let's say, for example, that upon creation of the instance, we want to automatically execute the bark method. What we can do is, inside the constructor method, I'm gonna call the bark method. So now, I can comment this out and build and run. We're gonna get the same thing. So upon instantiation of brownie, the constructor method is called, and inside our constructor method is the bark method. So whatever is inside the constructor method will be executed when the constructor method is used in the instantiation. The constructor method can also accept arguments, so you just have to set the parameters in the definition. Let's say our dog has an attribute name, and upon creation we want to give it a name. I'm going to add a parameter in our constructor method, string n, and we're going to assign name to n. So when we call the constructor method, it's gonna ask for a parameter. So right now it's giving us an error because we just updated it with a parameter. Now we need to supply the argument. Let's just use brownie as well. So upon creation of our object, it's gonna automatically use the argument and store it on its attribute name. So things to note about the constructor method is that you don't need to specify the visibility, you don't need to specify a return type, just the name of the class, and then you can proceed with the parameters.